the weight gain. Let us talk about my appetite suppression. No, this is what was inconsistent and quite weird for me to even process. The fact that my appetite was still so suppressed. I barely had anything to eat. I literally went through my week very similar. My times for eating were the same or later, and what I had was a morsel, just a little something. Really and truly, I don't even know if I could call it eating. And as for my water intake, that was not as much as my other 6 weeks. So maybe also that could be the reason why I have gained as well, because once you're on these kind of medications to lose weight, they always tell you to ensure that you're hydrating or you're taking in as much electrolytes as possible. And maybe this week I didn't do much of that, which was noticeable because the appetite suppression had gotten to a point where I wasn't even, I'm going to use the word craving, but I wasn't even craving liquids, water, which is very critical to this process. So a couple of things that I made note of, so that I can relate to my doctor so he can guide me as to what it is that I may need to do so that she don't gain no more weight. Because as I tell you, this thing ain't cheap, and you want to be going down, you don't want to be going up at all. But yeah, that's it. So with the weight gain of 3 pounds, appetite suppression still being locked in, and no desire for food or hydration was also a noticeable or one of my mentionables this week. But the one that I wanted to talk most about was what is happening in our community, what is happening on the news, what is happening with Eli Lilly, and they're now in trial version of the drug that is going to be creating waves. And I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited because if trizepatide got away 30 pounds, 31 pounds from my body, and this drug is a 3 receptor agonist, I can just imagine what it will do once it hits the market officially. So the news alert, the news bulletin, what's hot in our community and with this drug is the new wave of GLP-1s called Retatrutide. And guys, Retatrutide is a receptor agonist that has 3 hormones, guys, 3 hormones that it's tackling. So you can just imagine, and if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, the third receptor agonist is going to tackle side effects. So guys, come now, talk to me, talk to us when it comes to this new version of a GLP-1. As I said, I can't wait, because not only will it be GLP-1, GIP, but it will now have a glucagon receptor agonist. And as I said to you, that will now be the mother of the GLP-1 drug. I am excited. Did I say I'm excited? I probably said I like 5 times. My guys, you can imagine how my little heart will go twep, twetty, twep, twetty, twep. Can't wait to get my hands on what this drug is. But until then, let me just focus on the brand of drug that I am on, which is tirzepatide, which is just 2 receptor agonists, which is the GLP-1 and GIP in the form of the branded version, Mounjaro. Now, I think those are my mentionables, my 3 mentionables for this week, week 7 update. But I just wanted to also add that if at any point in time throughout my Mounjaro journey, there is a need or desire for me to go to a semaglutide, which is just a GLP-1 with just 1 receptor agonist, I will look into that if it is for my maintenance phase, right? And certainly it will not be Ozempic, because and it could very well be, let me not say it won't be, it could very well be Ozempic, but certainly for the goal or the desired weight that I want to get at. And I won't say a number, because truth be told, I'm not a numbers girl when it comes to that. I don't think I am concerned so much about what the scale shows. I'm more concerned about how I feel. So if my goal weight looks good and I feel good at 150, that's gonna be it, and I'll maintain from there on some compounded version, because as I tell you, child, this thing it ain't cheaps. I think I've said that in every video, but the reality of it is that it's not cheap. It's for the very determined amongst us who just have gotten to a point where this tool was absolutely necessary, and you are going against all odds in your mind when it comes to affordability, to just take the bull by the horn and just go get it. So for my maintenance period, I may either go to a semaglutide in a branded version, and the branded version may be Ozempic, because I still need something that is going to tackle my two conditions, which is my insulin resistance and of course my obesity. Or I may maintain on my tirzepatide but go on to a compounded version and come off the branded version, seeing that the branded version is very expensive, and I may just be done away with Mounjaro and just take something compound and pay a less cost just for maintenance purposes. I don't know. Just some things to throw out there for my own consideration, and something that you can consider too if it makes sense for you and your lifestyle. Again, I'm just passing information on and entertaining, if possibly, if I'm ever able to do so. But any of these comments, any of these information that I'm passing, always run them by your general doctor, your general practitioner who looks after you and care for you day to day before you accept any of what you hear here or in the community in general. So thank you guys. I think I have covered all the week 7 mentionables. I've covered the weight gain, the 3 pounds weight gain. God no, guys, me I go figure out what that about, because me really don't know what that about. Or me I go figure it out. Me have to figure that out, because me not like that at all for me. Yeah. And 2, I mentioned the hydration issue and the suppression of appetite issue being locked to the gods, where I am now not even, I can't even, like, my desire to be responsible now is it really have to be kicking in, because I am trying to be a responsible adult and remind myself to eat and remind myself to drink, and this thing just is making it so beautifully hard. It's just so awesomely difficult. Quite an oxymoron, but you get the point. It is so difficult, but beautifully so, that I'm not even considering food. I'm not even consider water, and that not good. But it still, yeah, for what it's doing to your brain and your gut. The only thing I can use to say and describe it is it's beautifully concerning. Yeah. And then finally, my mentionable for this week, which this should have been top 1, but anyway, the introduction of Retatrutide to the space for 2026, and the rush that will happen when it comes on board. But the fact that Eli Lilly is now telling us it's not FDA approved for now, and potentially for persons who are using it now, be very careful, because they have not given the green light on it, but they know it is in the space and they know it is being used by the community. And truth be told, they have only put it out there for their persons who are within the trial phase of the drug. So those are my mentionable, guys. Thank you for joining this week's update, week 7, and I'll see you next week, same time right here, same place. Love to have you, wanting you to come back, and as always, consider subscribing, liking, sharing, and commenting. Guys, I tell you, the comments, I love them. The thing though, a lot of you are commenting to me directly, and I have no issues with that, but drop the comment down now. Let other people see what's happening and hear your thoughts, and just, keep it going. So thank you guys again. um it's been real, it's been good, and I will always come on here and speak my honest truth about what is happening. So if a day comes and arises where something is out of the ordinary and something negative is happening, rest assured your girl will tell you what it is so that you can be guided. So thanks again, everybody. Take care until I see you next on another update and another in the series of my journey on Mounjaro. Take care. Bye bye.